Hi Leos, and thank you for joining me for the April of 2020 Tarot Scope with Animal Totem. I'm Vickieverlie, the Rock and Roll Prophetess. I am a psychic tarot reader and psychic astrologer with over 30 years experience. As always, we're going to be using the Rock and Roll Tarot deck as our main part of the reading. Then we're going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle card. Both of these are my own creation and available through my website. You can find the details. If you're a Patreon level 2 subscriber, there will be an additional card pulled for all 12 signs this month. It will be from the Story Cards by Kathy Nichols, a beautiful deck that I always seem to get a lot of. I really like that deck. I really vibe with it. I tend to get a lot of information from it. Okay, the cards have been thoroughly shuffled in between the reading, and now we're just going through and allowing higher guidance to let them slide out the cards that are meant for this reading, which is Leo for August. Funny I said August, but it's April of 2020. Well, I said August because that's your month. That's most of you guys' birthdays are in August, but of course it's April of 2020. But because I said August, there still could be some bearing on a connection to August. Okay, here we go. Now we've got some court cards, and the court cards are not about male or female. Although in this case you have both. You have the King and the Queen of Cups, but it could be male or female or anybody. They seem to be, to me, like a married couple. And they seem to be, they would be water sign people, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. We are not having any water sign events this month, so I'm not really feeling like it's a timer thing. But they're water sign people. They're dreamy. They're creative. They're spiritual, and they can help you in some way. Particularly, I'm going to say that this is man. Just who they are, woman and man, especially the woman. And she's looking over here at this this 7 of rods that you've been struggling. You've been struggling. I'm hearing that, say my love, I'm going down for the last time. That's what's going on here. When you have this card in this position, this means like, yeah, you're struggling and everything, but you're still handling it. You're still staying on top of things. You're still able to fend off the, not the invaders. What the hell? I was hearing invaders. It's like, no, not invaders. You're still able to fend off, whatever you feel is coming against you, or maybe even in actuality is coming against you. You're able to handle it, and you're able to stand your ground, right? But then when it's in reverse, it's like, it's getting harder and harder and harder. It's really getting hard to hold this back, and I feel like I am going down. I feel like I am, it's getting really hard to handle. And they recognize this, or she definitely recognizes that. And she feels like they have support for you, emotional support or counsel, or, there's just something going on here. It feels like you feel a lot better after you're speaking with them or dealing with them or hanging with them or whatever the case might be. 10 of Cups is up here as one of the top cards, and that is being really overjoyed in love and marriage. So, there's something going on here. Your own relationship should be really rocking, or there could be an event occurring where you become really happy about. Could be having to do with some kind of money coming your way. There does seem to be, there's a couple of cards here about some money's coming your way. Pentacles, Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles are not only Pentacles, but Earth. This is all the young dudes carry the news in the time of Earth. We will be moving into Earth sign energy when we move into Taurus on the 19th. Excuse me. Woo, I sneeze. And not only that, there's going to be a new moon in Taurus on April 22nd. So there is some Taurus energy later on in the month here. So this money thing might be coming around like a little bit later in the month. For some of you, you've been waiting a real long time. You've been out of the game, you've been waiting, you're like, I'm over. It's not usually a Leo thing, but you could have whatever. You could have different rising and moon. Usually Leos are very relationship oriented, but, you could be just saying, you know what, I am just done. I'm done with relationships, and then, boom, out of nowhere, here it comes. For some of you, maybe this water sign person is the one you're involved with, but they may come along with another person. Maybe this is their child, their adult child. Maybe this is the parent that they take care of. I feel definitely for somebody's taking care of their dad. But the Ten of Cups here, this is, we're all one big happy family. It's all working out. It could be you. Are you taking care of your dad? You're like, well, who's going to want to move in with me when I got my dad here, farting and whatever else, this or that. It feels like that. It's like, I love my dad, but he's, who's going to want to move in with me, or my mom, or whoever. Or it could be them. It might be like, you might be like, oh my God, he lives with his mother. Are you kidding me? And a lot of guys who live with their mothers say, oh, I'm taking care of their mother, when really they're mooching off their mother. I mean, come on, girls. We've seen that, right? A million times. But in this case, it would be, maybe he really is taking care of his mother and really is helping his mother out. So don't just discount like, oh my God, he's living with his mother. Check, strike through, forget about that one. Don't be so quick to write it off if a situation like that is arising in your life, because it looks like whoever else is around here, we're all one big happy family. Even if it's not a romantic relationship and they're just helping you out, maybe they're people you're going to go work for them, and the workplace is one big happy family. That's always a nice environment to be in, when you work somewhere and everybody's like a big family. So it could be a lot of different things. But don't write it off because it's not, this is going to help you. And it feels like more, it may help you financially, yeah, but it also feels like it's more emotional support than anything, Eight of Rods, things are moving quickly when this money shows up, where you've been stagnant, where you've been waiting, where you've been, I'm not sure which way I'm going to go, and I'm not sure which thing I'm going to do. Thingamajigger-a-do, that's what I'm hearing, something like that. All of a sudden, bam, 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 everything's moving. We're it's happening. It's all happening. I believe that it's all happening at the zoo. I do believe it. So maybe you're going to go to the zoo. Sometimes when these songs come through, it's messages. But at any rate, what stands out on me on this card, too, is the 12. So it could be 12 years. Maybe your child is 12 years old. Maybe you've been divorced for 12 years. Maybe they've been divorced for 12 years. I think this 12 is going to be a key factor for some people for this reading. Okay, let me go ahead and reach over and since we're talking about the zoo, let's get into our animal totem cards, right? Okay, so I'm going to shuffle up for the animal totem. By the way, if you're watching this in March, I'm still offering that Aries Ingress reading. It's only available once a year for a limited time. It's a very popular reading. Aries Ingress is really the beginning of the astrological year, because Aries is the zero, this is where the wheel starts. It's the first sign of the zodiac. So it's a good predictor. It's a psychic reading based on your chart and with the Aries Ingress aspects. And it's a good way to predict at least the upcoming season, if not the whole coming year. So check it out if you're interested. I'm going to shuffle these cards and we're going to find our animal totem for our Leo friends. The swan, beautiful. The swan is, the ugly duckling turns into the beautiful swan. And it really reminds me of this Ten of Cups card a lot. Because it's just blooming and blossoming into your fullest beauty, your fullest, your cup runneth over. Here's what I wrote initially. Graceful beauty, loyal partner and friend, recognizing the divine within us all, transformation, emerging of the true being, loving yourself at all stages in life. Yeah. Loving yourself at all stages in life. Maybe this is if you're a certain age, maybe you're living with your daughter or your son. And you're like, oh God, I feel like they're not having a relationship because I'm here or something, like you're feeling like a burden. No, you're fine. If that's the case, no matter what, this doesn't have to be a problem, and it's not gonna be a problem. There's no reason for this to be any kind of problem. Everybody's gonna get along. The Ten of Cups is the whole family. It's not just the one person. Okay, so that is the reading. I'm going to start shuffling for our Patreon peeps, the soul cards, the story cards. Really beautiful deck. By the way, many of you over the years have told me that you really like my voice. I've heard this over and over again. And why don't I do ASMR? And some people say they tune into my videos just to hear my relaxing voice, that they're not even paying attention to the reading that I relax. I've heard this for so many years, so I'm listening. I'm finally listening. And I'm going to be doing an AM SMR-ish on my music channel. I did one just as an experiment. It's more like shamanic kind of chanting with, I'm using a rain stick and stuff, and some whispering and stuff. But I'm gonna be working on that more, and I'm gonna be doing some music. I'm definitely gonna put music and maybe some subliminal, to work on yourself and whatever. Maybe one about prosperity, maybe one about finding love, maybe one about healing, maybe one about ascending. So I'm going to be working on those more. So if that is something that interests you and you're one of the people who do like to listen to my voice, then check it out. It's going to be on my music channel, the VV Creative. You can find that link below or on my website. So far I posted just the one, but I'll be working on more soon. There may even be a couple more up by the time you're watching this video. Alright everybody, thank you for everything that you do to help support me through the years by liking, sharing, commenting, purchasing my wares, my decks, my books, the readings. I have t-shirts, all metaphysically oriented, all my own designs and everything. So please check it out. I appreciate everyone who does and who supports me through Patreon and who subscribes, all my subscribers, and big shout out to you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling on this. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of April, and I'll speak to you soon. If you're a Patreon peep, head over to the other channel. Okay, bye.